Apart from what I've researched, I actually know very little about your journey into entrepreneurship and becoming a VA. So tell me, what made you start a business of your own?
Well, I'd like to say it was at the beginning when my children were really small or when my son was really small. But I hadn't really heard of people running small businesses. I think sometimes you need to be in the circle and to know people already doing it to sort of think, oh, I could do that. And I didn't. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's something we can talk about. But at that stage, I was doing other things. But what actually led me into running my own business was having long COVID a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just needed a new way. And like I say, at that point, I started to see small businesses role modelled with women like me. And then you sort of think, oh, maybe I could do that. I'll give that a go. And I just couldn't do anything else at that point because with the long COVID, I just needed to be able to ease into something gently. It didn't actually work out that way. I have to say it took off like really quickly. So I've been really lucky that I've been able to manage the two.
I was going to say, I completely understand. And I think definitely there's something about COVID, the rise of the online business. I mean, of course, they existed beforehand, but because all of us had to just get online to get everything done, to get your food shop, to make your purchases. And I think it kind of broke down a lot of trust barriers with the internet that perhaps had kind of lingered because really, relatively speaking, we're still in the early days of the internet.
Yeah.
And in that sense, I agree. I definitely remember seeing a lot of kind of entrepreneurship kind of popping up through
Yeah.
Instagram and social media. But what was that experience? Is this 2020 that you had long COVID? What was that experience like for you?
Early 21. And I mean,
Okay.
it was appalling. It was horrendous. I had COVID quite mildly. Um, and at that point, I was a charity manager for AIMS, which is a charity supporting mothers with maternal services. But at that point, I was fine. And then I tried to go back to work. And within 2 days, I just collapsed. And I was bedbound for 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been a really long journey and there's
Yeah.
lots of step backwards. You think you're getting better and then you go backwards a bit. But yeah, quite frankly, it was awful.
And also your parenting during this time, you're
Yeah,
still being mum and
yeah,
with the children at home with you all
yeah,
that time.
yeah, yeah,
That's so hard. I can't imagine.
yeah. It was quite worrying for them, I think, because I was a really fit person, super fit. I trained several hours a day, so I was really very active, full of energy. And then suddenly their mum turned from that person to someone that couldn't lift their head off the pillow. So it must have been really hard for them to see that, but they were so brave and really supportive. They used to come and see me
Yeah.
when I was in bed. Oh, are you okay?
Oh, bless them. How old were they then?
Well, my daughter was only 2, 3 going on 4 at that stage. So my son was a bit older, sort of like 10-ish.
That's young, isn't it? To kind
Yeah,
of deal with
yeah,
any sort of change,
yeah,
at that age, they're still toddlers. They just need like complete consistency and they feel the whole world revolves around
yeah.
them. So I can imagine that was really difficult. And difficult
But
for
they,
you because you
yeah,
just want to be there for them.
yeah, it's really sad. Yeah. I was going to say, they're always our driving force, aren't they? Because I'm sure I got my hope and positivity from wanting to model to them, mummy's going to get better. And then the more I said it, the more I believed it. And I just,
Yeah.
even if I had like tears rolling down my face because I couldn't lift my head off the pillow, I still had this, no, you're going to be better tomorrow. And every day I would say to them and me, you're going to be better tomorrow. And the more you say something, the more you believe it. So, after 6 weeks, I absolutely believed it because I told myself that's what was going to happen. So,
Yeah,
but
it's mind
there's
over
that
matter.
great driving force, aren't they?
So did you feel that you literally did that make your decision? You didn't have the energy to go back to your previous job?
I didn't, but the trouble was I kept going backwards. So I would try to go back to work. It was a charity, a really small charity, and they relied on me to do everything from the ground all the way up. And it was a job I loved, a job I was passionate about. So I kept trying to go back. And in hindsight, I was going back too early, and then having to go on sick leave again. And the guilt I felt for that, and knowing that I was the only person that was keeping that running for them aside from the volunteers, I just thought they need someone new. I can't just keep going off sick again and again and again. They didn't want me to go, and they were very supportive, but I just thought I'm just going to have to leave. It's for the best for everyone. And then I took some
That's
time.
really hard.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a really hard decision. And that guilt you feel. But I took my time to get better. So for 8 months, I just did yoga, drank all these smoothies, and just really took care of myself. And then I thought, I think I can do something, but I don't know what. And then I just thought of this idea that, oh, well, maybe I could do what I've always done, but I'll work for myself doing it. So I pulled together everything that I've ever done, all the strengths, all the experience, and offered it out there. And it went down really well. And I hit the ground, and haven't looked back.